Greetings, gentlemen and ladies. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at what I think might be the fastest way to come up with game-ready animated sprites for your 2D vibe-coded games. The basic workflow is generate up character concept art in your favorite image generator. This is the one I created called ImGen as a part of my Sorceress game creation suite. Then what you do is you head on over into something like Grok Imagine and you say, hey, walking left, walking forward, doing an attack animation, whatever you need, and Grok gives you a nice little 5-second animation. Okay, great. So you've got a bunch of nice video animations for your different animation cycles. There's a nice idle animation. And now what do you do with these? Well, normally you would have to cut out each frame. So I developed a tool to make this a lot faster, and that is my spritely tool, which is available over here. I'll leave links for everything in the description below. And what you can do with spritely is upload any one of your videos and then choose the number of frames that you want to export for your particular video. And then what we can do here is pick a chroma key to take out that color from all your frames. And then we're going to choose the size that we want our sprite sheet character to be, 256 in this case. Then I'm going to do something like this halo remover tool, because whenever you do a close chroma key or something like that, it often has a little halo around it. So you can tweak the settings a little bit until you get a nice balance of, I clicked too many things at once, until you get a nice balance of that. There we go. There we go. How nice and clean is that? Great. Okay, so now I've got my preferences of 3 pixels, halo remover, etc., etc. Now here's the part where we really cook. I just added this feature, and that's why I'm making this video, to show it off. This one right here, batch operation. So what this will do is it'll allow you to take all of your videos that you're pre-prepared. I've got walk left, I've got walk cast, I've got walk behind, I've got all these pre-prepared videos ready to go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag these into the batch processing area and start batch. So what this is going to do is it's going to apply the exact chroma key settings, it's going to apply the exact halo remover settings, the exact size settings that we pre-set up in our first video that we uploaded, and it's going to actually export every frame of that video. You can choose how many frames you want to export, every 5th frame, every 2nd frame, every single frame, depending on how smooth you want your animation. Now this will take a little while to set up, but kick back, relax, work on another project. Okay, so now that I've got all of my sprite sheets downloaded and ready, I've got actually animations for walking left, walking right, or not right, but up, down, casting animations. So what I'm going to do is head on over into the Sorceress Game Creation Suite Sprite Analyzer and drag and drop all of my sprite sheets in here. Now I've created this system to be so easy and so fast. I'm going to batch auto detect. And as you can see, that's going through all the sprite sheets, all 16 of them. And what that has now done is it has sliced up the sprite sheets, and it's generated code down here for all of the sprite sheets and how to use them. So I can give this to Cursor, or my favorite AI coding agent, and it will know exactly how to set up all of these sprite sheets because we've just designated that over here. Now I'm going to come back to this in a minute and show you what additional things you can do. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head on over into Cursor. And what I'm basically saying here is I'm saying, okay, so inside of my sprites directory, I've added a bunch of sprite sheets. They include walking left, walking right, idle, casting, all these things. So I've given it a bit of information. I've said, you know what, the file names say what it's supposed to do. Right, so I say, okay, set it up so that it does this, that it does that, and I will actually copy and paste the entire prompt for you guys if you kind of want to copy and paste from that. Put it in the description of this video. But basically, it's not too long. I've actually just asked it to create animation reactions based on what the character's doing. Is it walking left, right, up, down? Is it walking while casting? Is it standing idle? And I've said, okay, all the sprite sheets are named accordingly, so figure it out, do your best. All right, and I'll show you the result that we've got here. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. So here we go, back into the game, and keep in mind, guys, we've prepared all this in, what was it, a few minutes of work time. So we got our left, our right, our up, our down, our left, right, or whatever. whilst she's standing idle and back, idle in front. Yep, that one's a fun one. Idle left. And then also I've got the casting animations. Whoops. Let's do an arc spell. I've got the casting animations for left, for right, for facing down, for facing back up. And what I told my coding agent was to face the direction that she's casting. And if she's casting right, face that way and play the sprite sheet in reverse, right? So this is the same walk left animation that we see here, or sorry, that we see here while she's casting, right? But actually her legs are going backwards because she's walking in reverse and she's facing the direction that she needs to face. Like I say, I will give you the complete blueprint prompt to use if you kind of want to use similar configuration, but it's not hard. You just, basically explain the fundamental principle to, your coding agent, and it will figure out how to make it happen. So let's actually jump back over into Spritely's, where is it? Over here. There we go. Back into the sprite analyzer because I added one more feature that I think you guys are going to really like, that I think is really cool. So for example, here's a bit of a problem. When she's facing in a direction or something and starts to do her cast, her arm actually kind of goes up a bit slow, right? The casting animation doesn't happen quite as quickly as I might want it to, right? So I want that initial hand to go up quickly so it's more action-packed, right? So I've actually added a way into the sprite analyzer so that you can actually go through and you can actually just select the frames that you want. So maybe let's go to our left cast because that one's actually pretty relevant. Or our front cast, that works too. So let's say that for the beginning, and actually I can scroll up here and I can see what the cast is going to look like. So let's say I want this first part to happen fast. I'll say, okay, let's actually skip the frames. I'll skip a bunch of frames and we'll get to this part. Okay, cool. And that's where we start to channel, and I'll actually just I'll just keep the rest of these for channeling purposes. Okay, so pause, debug. Am I developing on the fly? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's try that one more time. Selecting some frames, and then selecting a bunch of frames down here, and then we play the little preview, and the first part of the animation should be pretty quick. Let's see. There we go. So you see how quickly that hand raised in that case. So I can kind of tweak and tune my animations how I want them to. And then what I do is I go ahead and say generate new sprite sheets. And this can be done with one or all of the sprite sheets that you've got loaded up in your area. You can click through one at a time and just kind of set them up exactly how you want your sprite sheet to work. And then your new sprite sheet should now, let's check it out, and be new sprite sheet should now be just those first few fast animations. Yep, look, there goes the hand up really nice and fast. And like I say, you can do this in batch. So what I was going to show you is like, okay, I got this one, and this one, let's say. Do them all here. Whoops, that's not how to do that. Drag and drop much. There we go. Try that over there. There we go. So I've got all of my sprite sheets loaded up. I do my batch auto detect here. And now I can go through and I'd be like, okay, I want, these and these, and I want this and this and this and those or whatever, and this and this and this, or whatever I actually want, right, for my animations. And now they're going to save, right? And when you go to generate new sprite sheets, it's going to do them all. It's going to download them all one at a time, and you should have all of your now adjusted sprite sheets ready to go with the animations that you want. Like I say, you can preview, test them all, just like so. As soon as you make a little change, the animation preview updates so you can see how it looks with a differing number of frames. And that's it, guys. I hope you like this one. I think I might have cooked on this particular, and I'm looking forward to making some monsters now. Oh, and by the way, links to Spritely and to my Sorceress game creation suite in the description below. You can use Spritely independently. You can also use Spritely as a part of the Sorceress game creation suite. If you have a Sorceress subscription, you get Spritely included along with that. I just added in a nice little chat system here today too, so if you have any questions on how to use the system, we can chat amongst ourselves. Okay, see you guys later. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who don't know about the Sorceress Game Creation Suite, it's just a bunch of tools to make AI 2D vibe coding a lot easier. Check out the little video down here on the site and you can learn more.